Om Shanti. Shiv Baba's Murli, 15th September 2024. Heading is: do you do service or do you have the attitude of service within you? Acha, have you come to this gathering to learn something? Just as the children who came early this morning are sitting and waiting for their Baba. In the same way, Bap Dada also wait for his children. Your voice reaches the Father very quickly, but his voice takes time to reach you. Why does it take time? Why does it take time? Whenever you speak to someone, you listen to them attentively. Give them your time, and only then do you understand their message. Similarly, do you give half the amount of time you give to the body to the Father? If not, how will you understand the Father's message? How will you receive the Father's guidance? What is required to receive the Father's message? You need to give time to Baba. When you go to an astrologer to ask about your future, you give them 1 or 2 hours of your time, and yet they cannot fully tell you your future. But if you give 1 or 2 hours to yourself and Baba, you can know not only your future but also the future of Bharat. What will you learn today? The first thing is that Baba wholeheartedly welcomes all the children who are here for the first time celebrating the meeting with the Father. But this is the first meeting in this cycle. What do you think? This is the first time today? And next time you will be thinking about how many times you want to celebrate this meeting. The children who are meeting in this cycle for the first time, Bap Dada welcomes them with all his heart. Now, what is the essence here? Wherever you children go, to any place, land, or region, do you pick up even one virtue from that place? If not, you must surely pick it up. What virtue will you take from here today? The spirit of service, Seva Bhav. Not just physically service, but remember, everyone performs service, the whole world does service, but what is the essence behind it? From here, you must take the spirit of service with you. How? Can anyone explain? The spirit of service means, Seva Bhav means that even if a person is the owner of a big company, they sit down and polish shoes in Gurdwara with their shirt cloth. Do you understand? After cleaning utensils, they return to their task without any ego that they are a company owner, asking why they should clean shoes or serve others. This is the spirit of service. Do you children have the spirit of service? Or does body consciousness creep in even during small acts of service, thinking, I did this, I did that? Do you know what this means? It means that children will receive a little fruit for their service, just a little. It's like eating food and then vomiting it up. Do you understand? When you serve, the service should dissolve in your heart like food dissolves in your stomach, unseen. Similarly, your service should dissolve in your mind, become invisible. If you boast about your service or feel body consciousness, it's like regurgitating food you have already eaten. If you say, I did so much service, then it's like you ate what you had already thrown up. So what service did you do? True service is silent and selfless. Understand the meaning of selfless service and leave behind body consciousness. What does Gupt Dan mean? Gupt Dan. Now, Mansa Seva, service through the mind, is the most powerful form of service. It's not that physical actions or karmas are not powerful, but the true power lies in the actions performed from the heart, with pure feelings and with love. Service is not powerful if it's done with sorrow, competition, or to prove one's superiority. Do you understand? That service will receive its due value, but how much? Only as much as an artificial jewel is worth, because the real essence of it is lost. What remains? The value of iron. So that's what you will receive, even if you gave much time. Understand the true essence of service. What's the use of narrating or boasting about what you have done in front of others? What will you gain? Will those 10 bodily beings to whom you boast give you the fruit of your actions? No. At best, they will praise you for a few minutes. You did well, you did this, but think, what happened to the account of your service in the main book of destiny? It becomes empty. So today, leave behind the ego of the body and surrender everything to the Father. What value is there in bodily pride for something that isn't even yours? Whose is this wealth? Is it really yours? Even close relatives today don't remain loyal. So how can this material wealth be loyal to you? What you consider yours today may belong to someone else tomorrow. So why take pride in something that was never truly yours? Understand this. Body conscious pride can never accompany the soul on the spiritual path. Before you depart this world, that pride must be burned to ashes. So why hold on to it? And what about pride in knowledge? Where did this stream of knowledge come from? It came from Baba. So who should have pride in it? The one from whom the knowledge flowed does not hold pride, but the one who drowned in the flow of knowledge drowns in pride. Children often count, saying, I have been here for 10 years, or I have been here for 16 years, or I have been here for 30 years. But what does the Father say? He says that all things are of no use. The old world is going to be destroyed. So will you remain old? The old will be destroyed. Be young, be like a child, be loving, be innocent. Live as though you have just been born, as if you are just starting your spiritual journey now. Just as a small child has no ego of the body, become like a child. Why? Because ego of the body can drown even the best souls. Reflect on this. You may have served with your body, mind, or wealth, done it all. But just as Baba surrendered everything, he didn't do it for himself. He did it for all mothers and sisters. Children, the Father doesn't ask you to surrender your body, but he asks you to surrender your mind. If you have given your body, then both body and mind should remain surrendered. Otherwise, it's of no use. If you have surrendered your body, there should be no ego. If ego comes, then your pockets will be empty. Bap Dada are very happy to meet all of you. Whether it's your first time meeting in this chariot, or if you have met many times in Madhuban, Father knows. You haven't come here without love, have you? Even if you came to check, it's because life is at stake. When you buy a pot from the market, you knock on it to see if it's hollow or cracked. The Father is happy that you came. You have knocked on the pot, checked it. This surrender, this much, is enough for the Father. Because even if you came to check, whom did you come to see? This touches the Father's heart. Whom did you come to see? This is why the Father is very happy. Those who came for the first time, even if in doubt, the Father is very happy. Because even if they came with doubt, they will return with the Father seated in their hearts. This bond of love is unbreakable. Whether the Father is sitting in Madhuban or anywhere else, the connection with the children is so strong that no matter how far the Father is, children will still reach Him, following the fragrance of love. This is why Ganesh is depicted with such a long nose. Why? It's not that Ganesh has a physically long nose, but those who have the fragrance of love, they follow that scent and reach the Father, just like Ganesh. So here too, the Father sees those with long noses, symbolizing their deep connection of love. This bond of love never breaks, even over the course of 84 births. All bodily relations will break. How? You take one body, leave it, take another, and so on. But the relationship with the Father never breaks, no matter how many lifetimes you go through. This is an unbreakable bond. Acha, children, meeting you brings immense joy to the Father. Each one of you is welcomed in the Father's heart, and His blessings and hands of grace are always above your head. This connection, this hand of blessings, has never lifted and will never lift, not even in the golden age. Don't think that when you are happy in the golden age, you will forget the Father and the Father will forget you. Yes, you may forget the Father, but Father never forget anyone. We will not forget anyone. Acha, today, Brahma Baba is waiting with great anticipation. It has been quite some time, and now Baba is sitting right next to you. He will definitely come to meet you. This bond, this hand of blessings will never leave you, and this friendship will never break. All right, beloved children, to you sweet Ganesha-like children with your long noses, Bap Dada sends you loving remembrance. We will meet again soon. Then children thanked Baba. Shiv Baba said, thanks are given to strangers. Instead say, Baba, you must come. If you don't come, who will? Thanks are for those who leave. You hold on to the one who's coming. So have you held on tightly? Say, Baba, you must come. It's our right. If you don't come, we will pull you from the supreme abode. All right, then we won't say thank you, but rather, since you have come, you must come again, again, and again. Whenever the Father arrives, you must come too. Those children who sit outside or on the sidelines, who say, even if Baba doesn't come, we will manage somehow. Baba will say, after you pass away, after you leave this body, you will be the first to come. You will be the first to meet Baba. After death, you will reach first. In the body, you arrive slowly because you need a ticket, you need effort, and you're not sure if you will even get a ticket. After death, the ticket is guaranteed. Understand? After death, you receive the highest mark on your ticket. You won't be able to say, I'm not getting on the train. You will have to board. You will have to come and sit before the Father. Whether you come after dying or while living, you will have to come. But what's the difference? If you come after dying, you will come with regret, with tears, and with suffering. But if you meet the Father and then leave the body, then there's no regret. It will be just a smooth transition. So, isn't it better to meet the Father before you die? Then you will sit on the throne. But if you leave this corporeal world without meeting, you will end up waiting in line. Which option do you prefer? Sitting on the throne, right? Because the line is very long. It's not like you will be the first after death. Many children are flying from the corporeal world, not just one. Like when you go to a station, how many passengers are there? Is the train only for you? No, right? Even though you leave your house alone, once you reach the station, how many others are there? Many, right? Acha, we shall meet again.